Good evening, Abdullah. How are you doing?
Great, man. Thanks for having me on this call today. I'm really excited to speak with you, man.
Yeah, me too. Let's start. My name is Asi. I'm from Israel, and I started with AdSense like 2 years ago because of Abdullah and his Madsense Reborn course. That was the first version, and it's very happy. I'm very happy and excited to be here with you. So, you have a new course. It's an updated one, I understand.
Yeah.
Let us please know what was happening from the old version. I mean, what you saw in the markets going on.
100%. Let me take you on a journey, okay? So firstly, once again, thanks for having me here today. And yeah, we're really excited to be bringing the fourth version now of Madsense. So some people are thinking, these guys are crazy. You know, how many times are you going to launch the same product? But it's never been the same. So we started back in 2015 with the business model. And I believe it was just the start of 2017 when we launched the first version of Madsense. At that point, we'd already created quite some success ourselves and, you know, within a close group of people that I was sharing this stuff with. And, you know, I knew there was great potential and that a lot of people really wanted to learn this. So I launched Madsense Reborn. And what was different back then was that we were strictly using one traffic source, and that was Facebook ads. And as people know, forget a year ago, because about 2 years ago, in fact, we stopped Facebook ads. I built a sort of hatred for them because they caused us so many problems, right? So many ads accounts of ours shut down, so much of our income hurt, and even worse than that, Google AdSense just does not seem to like their traffic anymore. So we actually started losing AdSense accounts, and that's the worst feeling ever. When in fact we have two accounts. We had two accounts, okay, and these two accounts, one of them we were about to get paid £26,000, so in dollars that's quite a bit of money, 35k, and another one was about $20,000, and both accounts, they got shut 2 days before we got paid out. Okay, and that was because we were strictly running Facebook ads traffic. Now that was a big dent. You can imagine how much that hurts. So then I was like, you know, we have to adjust, because at that point we have thousands of people relying on us for their viral news information. They're hoping Abdullah's going to come out and he's going to give us a solution. He's going to save the day. And so in our last version of Madsense, right, Madsense Reborn 1 and 2, they were just Facebook ads. But then Madsense revamped. We came out with native advertising. We started to let people know that there's a new way. You don't need just Facebook ads. And the solution was native advertising with networks like Taboola and Outbrain, Rev Content, and there's many, many more networks. But us, personally, we focus on Taboola ads. Okay, it's a very great platform. A lot of traffic on demand, and is made for publishers. Okay, the native traffic is made for bloggers, for publishers, for people writing about the news, the media. Right, they go hand in hand. But Facebook, on the other hand, not so much. And so at the same time, AdSense also seems to like this traffic. We haven't had any problems since we started using native ads. The only thing was then this year we were faced with the pandemic, okay? And that brought different kinds of problems. It wasn't about the traffic cost anymore. We can get traffic for cheap. That's not the issue. But the issue is the CPMs, they've dropped. So what we're making from our traffic has more than halved, right? And you know better, you know that's the case. And you know the CPM, they really tanked, and that had a toll on our income. So the only way we couldn't fix these RPMs. We can't get, you know, these advertisers to start spending more. We can't create a demand where there's no demand. But what we can do is generate more traffic that doesn't cost us anything. So if we can bring enough free traffic, then we will have more to profit, right? So the CPMs remain little. Okay, and by the way, now good thing, as we're having this call today on the 9th of November, things are actually only getting better. All right, the rates have started to increase finally. And because we're in the last quarter of the year, advertisers are finally spending a lot more money. And due to this whole election that's taken place in America, you know, the budgets have been up there. All right. So that's been really good for business, and for anyone, you know, starting the business now. you are lucky because you don't have to, you didn't have to go through the struggles of the pandemic as much as, many of the publishers did. So many people were left out of business. But what we done, because we don't have so much overhead, we don't have that much risk, we don't have employees, right? We just hire people when we need them. We were able to adapt, with the times. And what we done, we started generating a lot of free traffic. And so one of the biggest differences in Madsense Revolution versus the previous Madsenses is that we are prioritizing free traffic. In the past, I used to say free traffic is bad. I used to say organic traffic, don't focus on it. I used to tell people that because I know that people want results now. And the only way to get results now is get paid traffic, because that's on demand. But free traffic, on the other hand, sure, it's a bit of a process. But I realize the long-term game is the only game. And I'm doing the market an injustice by telling them that you should focus on now. We should make money now, because a year from now, you might not have a business. But if you focus on organic traffic, on free traffic, you will build your own audience. And a year from now, you will have an only more valuable business. And 2 years from now, 3 years from now, the audience grows, the valuation of your business increases. And later on, you can sell your website for a lot of money. That's, the biggest potential and difference I see. Whereas on the other approach, even if you're driving 1 million visitors per month, paid traffic, the moment you stop running those campaigns, the traffic stops coming in. So what's the point? There's no value to, on-demand traffic, because the moment you stop paying for it, it's going to stop coming in. And then when you want to sell your website and you say to them, oh, look at our stats, we're getting 1 million visitors per month, but then you hand it over to them and the next month they don't run any paid traffic, they get no visitors, and you're in a big problem. So yeah, free traffic is the number one biggest difference. And then the second one is that we're bringing in new monetization sources. Over the past 2 years, we haven't even used AdSense. Since we lost them 2 accounts, we didn't use AdSense. We now use a native publisher network such as Taboola Publisher. You might have seen around. We slightly talked about this in Masters Revamped, but we didn't focus on it enough. So we use Taboola Publisher, and we use like partners of the Google Ad Exchange. So we're still working with Google, but just not through AdSense, right? And I'm going to be talking more about that inside Madsense Revolution, and show people that there's a lot more opportunity, and this industry is a lot wider than just Google AdSense and just driving, Facebook ads. Does that make sense?
Make sense, and really exciting because you can make money and generate traffic a lot more faster. But what is the relation? I mean, what is you spend $1? How much you can expect in return?
Right, so comfortably right now, and the goal I set for people is, sure, back in 2016, we could have huge expectations. Them days, the ball was rolling differently. You spend $1, you come back with $3, $4 as a newbie. You didn't have to even know anything and you'd come back with that. But now I'm becoming more realistic. Like I said, long-term is the focus. And even if you look at majority of businesses, they operate on 20 to 30% return. But I believe that we can spend $1 and come back with $1.50. And we've been doing that. We have been doing that comfortably. It's just that when the pandemic hit, we started making changes. And like I said to you, because we have a lot of responsibility now. It's not just about maintaining our own businesses. We work with a lot of clients. A lot of people depend on us to bring the information. So rather than us at the time, focusing on scaling our sites and growing them, we just started testing and working out different ways. And the cool thing I want you to know today is, if you simply build your business on free traffic, it's not about spending $1 and coming back with $1.50. You spend nothing and you come back with pure profit, right? So the higher you can grow that organic traffic, and I know you know a lot about SEO, if you can combine the SEO traffic, search engine traffic, with social traffic, meaning Instagram, Pinterest, Reddit, wherever you can get your traffic from social, you combine those two, they are powerful. Alone, them two things are powerful enough to bring you more traffic than you need, and to make you all the money that you need, because everyone says it and everyone knows that nothing's more powerful than word of mouth. So if you can get enough people onto your site organically and then have them enjoy your content, share your content, which is the same concept we've been focusing on since 2015, viral, right? That's why I call it viral news, because we want the content to go viral. That's why I don't pick topics that are just trending today, or I don't pick topics that like, are very niche specific or very technical. I focus on articles that will be read by the mass population, that, that like people would want to click share and lose their head over. That's the kind of content we focus on. And so yeah, back to your question, when it comes around to the return, we can go from as little as $1 to $1.50, which is a 50% return on investment, all the way to 100% pure profit, because the more free traffic we have, the more profit we're gonna have, to spare. And then the great thing is like what we were doing at the start of this year, and yeah, the pandemic, it hurt some of our sites. So I'll tell you, our income did drop, but when we started the year, we started it strong, between $15,000 to $20,000 a month, and with multiple sites. So what we were doing is we would just get our websites to 3 to 5K in monthly revenue, and boom, we'd go replicate that over onto another site. Because then what this allowed for us is creating multiple assets. We don't just now have one website, we have 5 websites, and they're all making money, they're all generating traffic. And so when we want to sell them, we have 5 websites to sell. And if you look at any flipping website where you want to sell a website, they say you can sell between anywhere between like 6 to 12 times your monthly revenue. So if you're making 3K a month, if you're making 3K a month, you can comfortably sell your website for 18K, right? And if you have 5 websites that you can sell for 18K, well, we could go buy a house nearly, right? That's the
now, if I'm a beginner, I'm a totally newbie, for example. I want to ask you 2 questions. The first one, what is the process? Right. What should I build? You say, and I really love this approach, that it's all about building more and more websites, not to concentrate with one and put all the eggs in one website. And the second is, when can I expect to make like a decent money, like in profit? I don't know, like $50, $60 a day.
Right, got you. So I normally set a 3-month plan for starters. I say to everyone, look, over the next 90 days, the goal is to get to the business to at least $500 a month, profit. That's the first goal. And some people obviously are going to meet that goal
in 30
days. How fast
can I reach this?
Yes, so yeah, let's go through that. So the process would look like, it all comes down to a few things, okay? If you have monetization already, let's say you have a website with Google AdSense already set up and approved, then you could be making, firstly, you could be making money as soon as tomorrow, and you could be reaching your goal of $500 per month pure profit or whatever it might be within 30 days. But the thing is, the bottleneck for so many people is getting that publisher approval. That's what tends to take people time. So they end up spending 30, 40 days until they get approved by Google AdSense or approved by any publishing network. And the reason I always say Google AdSense first is this reason, because Google AdSense approves on content. However, most other publishing networks, they approve on traffic. Now, if you're a new website, you have no traffic.
Yeah.
So what you're going to need to do, like the only thing you can do is publish content. And so that's why your race right now, your challenge is getting approved by Google AdSense, because they're the only network that's going to approve you on your content. So that's step 1. Let's say you get that out the way, however long that takes, 2 weeks, 4 weeks. During the pandemic, it started taking a bit longer because they would reply back saying, we're understaffed right now, we can't approve you. But you just keep applying and they always approve, okay? As long as you've not been banned by AdSense, I promise you will get approved. So then the next step is you start driving traffic. Now, if you use a paid traffic approach, native advertising, you can reach your goals within 2 weeks. You can reach your goals so fast. And the reason, like, I can't give a definite number on this anymore is because after years of doing this and teaching people, right, after working with thousands of individuals, it just turns out that people did not test enough. People don't have enough patience. So the problem we found is, we were telling people that, look, 1 in 20 articles, that's a rule of thumb in the industry. 1 in 20 articles will go viral, will be successful. However, the majority, I'm telling you, the majority, they don't even test 10 articles, right? They won't even test 10. And then they'll say, Abdullah, this business model, it doesn't work, right? You can't make money with this. And the name of the game is testing. Like in other businesses, if you're in Shopify e-commerce, you have to test a bunch of products. If you're in CPA, you have to test a bunch of affiliate offers, you know, whatever industry you're in. If you're in, you know, trading, you're going to have to test different markets, different times, different strategies, different analysis strategies, right? There's every time, you know, every business, no matter what in life, you have to test, right? You got to go through the process of trial and error. And when sure you go through the course, you go through the training, we remove a lot of the trial and error. Instead of you going testing 500 different traffic sources, we just say focus on these traffic sources. Instead of you going to all these different writing companies and agencies, we just say, hey, go to these guys. You know, we save that time. But you can't, like, business to business, you can't cut the testing process. Everybody has to go through that, because one article for me might be really successful, but when you test it, it won't be successful, right? And, you know, what can you do about it? All you can do is keep going with it, trust the process, and the sooner you fail, the sooner you succeed, right? That's what I say in this business. And, you know, when we talk about the money involved, right? You get some content on your site, you get approved by AdSense. Now, all you need to do is spend $5 a day on traffic, right? You set up $5 campaign, and you can do that in native advertising too. You can go into Bula and you can set up a $5 daily campaign. And so then you're only spending $5 a day. And in 24 hours from now, you're going to be able to see, I spent $5, I made $2, no good, right? I spent $5, I made $6, that's good. Optimize that campaign, scale it, right? It's a very straightforward business model. And so the only thing anybody needs to focus on is this: input versus output. How much money in and how much money out. And if you focus on free traffic, right, this is where the patience problem comes in. People, they don't want to wait. They don't want to, like, you know, they don't want to put in consistent efforts. They just want to do something today and tomorrow see the results. But if people take this, and, you know, the serious bloggers, we have a lot of serious customers. So I'm not saying everyone's like this. I'm just saying the majority, you know, they'll buy the product and then they'll go into the next course, and then they'll go into the next blogging course. But if you just buy it, you go through it and you implement it for a strict 30 days, okay, you just follow what I say for 30 days and trust the process, I'm pretty much guaranteeing, and I can't say guarantee because that's illegal, but I pretty much guarantee that you will get results, right? You will see money inside your AdSense account, and you will be getting traffic to your website.
That's great. And, you know, you solve here two problems, the main two problems of every internet marketer. One is generating traffic, and the second is monetize.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can I use this traffic, for example, to sell my product, build my list, redirect to some affiliate offers, or you prefer ads?
No, 100%. So what you can do, the way native advertising, if you go on any native ad spying tool, something like Anstrex, what you'll find is that some of the most successful campaigns, they're running them so they'll be like articles, but then they actually lead to a CPA offer. They'll be selling supplements or, you know, health related offers or ebooks, right? So many people are using native advertising to actually promote affiliate offers, but what they'll do is add to a lander which looks like a blog post, and then that blog post, boom, it leads to the product. Or another very common one is, you know, these car dealers or, like, you know, these car companies, they'll say the 15 best, you know, electric vehicles to buy in 2020, something along those lines. And then you'll click on that native ad, you'll read it, and it'll be like a normal blog post, but then as you click further, and boom, you might end up going buying that car. They get a 10% commission or something, and, you know, just like that. So yeah, you can really, the good thing with a blog is that it's really adaptable. You can use a blog for publisher revenue. You can use it to drive traffic to your YouTube channel. You can use your blog to bring you more sales to your supplement offer, right? It's really flexible.
That's great. That's amazing. Okay, so anything else that you like to share with us in regards to the new course?
Yeah, let me think about it. So, few things. I mean, I'll give you a case study, right? We had a website in the technology niche, and this person, they didn't use any paid traffic, okay? It was a brand new website. All they'd done, they published quite a bit of content, right? About 100,000 words they hit it with, and then they started distributing it all across Pinterest, and within about 60 days, they were generating 100,000 monthly page views, you know, organic, for free. And that's not a number to, just think, wow, that's okay. That's a really big number. Like 100,000 monthly page views in 60 days for free. There's too much power in that. And when you start bringing, by the way, I never like to confuse our customers. So there's one thing I've always left out of our trainings, and that thing is retargeting. Okay, because it'll then start to confuse people. But if you realize the true power is that you're bringing all this free traffic in, right? And then they show interest in your content. Let's say you retarget people that stay on your website for more than 20 seconds or more than a minute, and then these are interested people. And now that's going to be cheap traffic. You already know they like your content. They're already in your niche. They've already been to your website. And now you can retarget them with whatever you like. And the first thing I would do is retarget them with an ad that somehow gets their email by giving them maybe a list, an ebook or something. Okay, give them a little freebie. And then you can collect their emails. And you'll be getting such cheap emails, $1 to $2 per lead. And like, people don't think about this. They just think, the reason they don't think like this is because they think that this business model is arbitrage. They think the only goal is to spend less money and come back with more in publisher revenue. Yeah. But that's not what this is. I don't like to teach, arbitrage. That's what it started as in 2016. Like when we first were starting to bring it out to the market, I called it arbitrage. But then over the years, I realized this is much greater than arbitrage. In fact, if we just generated traffic and we didn't use AdSense or publishing networks, we would be able to work out a way to still monetize profitably, whether it's selling products, whether it's selling our own traffic privately to networks. And if you look at the likes of BuzzFeed at the level they're at today, they don't need to use no publishing network. They are the publishing network. People come directly to them and they buy traffic. They buy ad placements on their website. So by simply just focusing on traffic, you'll still win. Even if you make no money for the next 12 months and you just generate traffic, hands down, the year later, if you want to just sell your website off, somebody's going to buy a high traffic website off you for big, big bucks. And I'm going to be revealing all of that inside the course. I'm going to be showing the processes, the criteria that's required to sell off a good website. We're going to be going through multiple traffic sources. On one of the upsells, we're actually delivering just a mobile traffic related module. Okay, how to generate traffic, mobile traffic, and monetize using a mobile publishing network. Okay, so that's some interesting stuff that will be on the upsell. Another cool thing on one of the upsells is we have our own plugin now. In the past, we'd say go buy this theme, go do this, insert this code. Now we have our own plugin for pagination. So for people that want to split their content into multiple pages, we created our own plugin that helps you do that. You just install it, and then you can even customize the buttons. You can use different buttons, different images, different colors. It's fully customizable slider process. Okay, and it's just very easy because you just select post, and you can set it up quite fast. So that's a cool thing, and we're including this time round as well. And the final thing to mention is that in the past few years, we'd send people around, go to this agency to get your content made, go to this writer, and then they'd get dealt bad content, and people would be gutted, and they'd be like, Abdullah, why did you recommend that place? But worry no more, because now we also have our own publishing agency, which you already know about, Hands Off Publishing. So when the customers join Madsense, they'll even be able to get the best deals on content directly from us, people that know exactly what they're talking about, and we know exactly what type of content our customers need. And so we are now successfully able to provide them with that too. So yeah, that's why we call this Madsense Revolution, because it's literally revolutionary. We've changed the entire model, and it's a lot more reliable, and it's a lot more evergreen. Okay, and that's the thing that matters to me, and it should matter to anyone more than anything. Because in this pandemic, when people are left without jobs, when people's businesses are crashing down, the only thing you're looking for at that point is reliability, is security, something that's there for you no matter the weather, no matter the world. It just works for you, and that's what we're trying to create now, and that's what Madsense Revolution is all about.
That's amazing. And let me say a few words. I know you for like 2 years, and I have to say that for every email, for every time I ask for support or some question, I always get answered very quick, very professionally. They even make sure that I understand and implement. And I guess your course is now, you have like a 30-day guarantee or something?
Yeah, exactly. So
okay,
for
so,
all the products, yeah.
So don't worry, everyone. You can be very secure if you purchase this course. And it's really like, I can tell from my own experience, it's really like the laptop lifestyle, because one, you know how to generate traffic and how to monetize. You can do it anywhere with laptop and internet connection. So
That's right.
It's amazing. So great to have you here, Abdullah. I'm really excited for this launch, and let's make it happen.
Let's do this, man. Thank you. 6 days, I think. I mean, about 7 days or so left, and we are going live. So yeah, Ray, look forward to it. Look forward to having you there and serving anybody that's watching this right now.
Great, man. So you have a link down below. You can click and you can see exactly what it's all about. And I can assure it's going to be amazing. And it's going to be a revolution for your internet business.
That's it, man.
Great. Thank you, Abdullah.
Thank you for having me here today as well. Thank you.